Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a Quill Gordon dry fly. This is going to be a traditional Catskill tie. The hook I have in the vise is a size 14. It is a number 80000. This is a standard dry fly hook from Green Caddis Outfitters, greencaddis.com. I'm going to use olive thread. This just happens to be 16/0. Can use, I wouldn't use anything larger than a 8/0, which is 70 denier. I'm going to put a base of thread down halfway and return half of that. And go ahead and remove the excess. For our wing, I'm going to use a wood duck flank. You can use a imitation wood duck, which is mallard dyed wood duck. I'm going to put this wing on in two parts. I'm going to remove the barbels from one half of the stem, and we want that wing to be the length of the hook shank. You can make it slightly longer. I'm going to put a few wraps, and then I'm going to put a wrap or two around the wing itself. And remove this excess. I'm going to remove this one pretty close. And we're going to use that natural curve in the feather to help us to keep them divided. Now measure them up to the first wing. Lift that wing back up. And we're going to secure these. Bring your thread right up to the first wing before you wrap anything around your second. Secure this back section there a little bit. It seems to be moving. You can turn your vise slightly. And we'll lift up. Let me get the wing first. Put a wrap through the middle. Now I can take that wing and put a couple of wraps around the wing post itself. Put that little bit of a figure 8 on there. And here we have two wings. I'm going to trim this one off at a taper and make that a little bit longer. Go ahead and get rid of that one barbel. And secure the rest of that wing. Take that back, make nice touching turns so that you don't have any gaps when you wrap your quill. I'm going to stop where it would hang at the barb of the hook. Now I'm going to take blue dun hackle. I'm going to take these ones off the bottom. You got nice long stiff ones there, very little web. And you want those to be about the length of the hook shank also. Going to tie that in. Put a wrap underneath the wing. Now I'm going to take my Peacock eye quill that I had soaking, and we're going to secure that. I'm going to wrap everything in. Keep those turns pretty tight. And bring that thread up to just behind the wing. I'm going to take some of my head cement and put it on the shank. You don't want to overdo it a lot, but don't worry about it oozing out as you're wrapping. It's actually good. I'm going to take my light duty Hackle pliers, and we're going to wrap this body. And you can see segments in there. This particular Peacock eye hurl did not have a lot of them. You can see a little bit of the head cement oozing out. That one was a good example. And we're going to bring that right up. I'm going to tie that off there. And the remainder broke away. I'm just going to touch the stem, and that removed the excess head cement. I'm going to take the medium blue dun hackle. I gave it the haircut. I'm going to place it right between the wings. And I'm going to secure it on the rear first. Make sure you secure it good, because if you don't, you'll pull the far wing down. You see I have a little bit of the haircut still exposed. And we'll wrap in front. And like I always like to do, I like to build up that front a little bit to get a closer diameter to what is behind the wing. And this way we won't have a step with the hackle. Now I'm going to use my easy hackle pliers. These are the harder duty. And you can see that first wrap, there was no hackles shooting off towards the rear. I got a wing fiber. Come right up to the wing. Going to hold the wing back, and we're going to rub right against the wing. And that's going to close that gap that would be where your wing is. I'm going to and we'll bring that up front and tie that off. Pull that hackle back and put a couple of wraps in front to lock it in. We'll take our whip finisher. Tighten that thread up. Remove that. And we're going to put a little bit of head cement on the head. When I'm putting head cement on, I turn it so I can find the easiest access without hitting the hackle. A little bit there. You can also go ahead and put some head cement on the body at this point if you'd like. And here we have the Quill Gordon dry fly, traditional Catskill style. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.